Ephesians 6:10-20 says, "Finally, be strong in the Lord, in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against rulers and against authorities, against the cosmic power over the present darkness, against spiritual forces of evil in heavenly places. Therefore take up the whole armor of God, that you may be able to withstand the evil day, and having done all, to stand firm. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace. In all circumstances, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying at all times in the Spirit with all prayer and supplication. To that end, keep alert with all perseverance, making supplication for all the saints, and also for me, that words may be given to me in opening my mouth boldly to proclaim the mystery of the gospel, for which I am an ambassador in chains, that I may declare it boldly as I ought to speak." So there's a couple call-outs there that I think we as Christians oftentimes overlook. And that is two things. One, notice all the references to the evil one. Notice all the references to the devil and to evil spirits. But then secondly, notice what our sword is. It is the word of God. It's this. The revelation that God had given me about that was oftentimes we have a tendency of using the sword of the gospel against humans. We will argue, we will become hypocrites on our own faith by taking this and beating it over the head of people. That's not the sword. That's not what our sword's meant for. We're not to use our sword against fellow man. We are meant to use the sword against evil spirits. Oftentimes, I think we as Christians get caught up in wanting to have the truth. We have the truth, right? So we want to spread it. But sometimes we don't spread it with a kind heart. Sometimes we don't spread it with patience and love. We spread it beating people over the head with it. And we drive people away. Because oftentimes it's perceived as hypocrisy. Oftentimes it's perceived as, well, you're just too righteous. You're too good. Like, I can never stand up to those, expectations. And we don't express our humanity. We don't give that same mercy and grace that God gave us. Use the sword for its intended purpose. Put on the armor for its intended purpose. But keep an open and loving heart to your fellow man, so that we may not be found as hypocrites in Jesus' eyes, because we want to love and embrace all of his truths.